Hello everybody, my name is Radhika and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're watching me for the first time, please consider subscribing and click on that bell icon right next to it so that every time a new video goes live on my YouTube channel, you will get notified about it. In today's video, I'm going to be mentioning the 5 common skincare mistakes that people make. This is basically part 2. I've already done part 1. I will leave the link of that in the cards here above, but this is part 2. So if you guys want to know what is there in today's video, please keep on watching. The first common mistake that people make is not understanding the needs of your skin based on your age. So before you basically form your skincare routine, it is very important to know what exactly is the thing that is supposed to be treated on your skin according to your age. Like for example, if in your 30s you don't happen to have any kind of fine lines and wrinkles, you don't have to use any kind of retinoid on your skin because it's not required. Okay, something that is not required on your skin, it's definitely not something that you should put on your skin. So look at the things that is supposed to be treated, like for example, if you have blackheads, if you have dark spots, if you have hyperpigmentation, if your skin is feeling very dehydrated, there are chemical actives that are available in the market that treat each and everything of this. If you have fine lines and wrinkles, go for retinoid. If you don't have, don't go for it. If you are in your early 20s, you have fine lines and wrinkles, then a retinoid is a must. If you're in your late 30s, even if in your 40s you don't happen to have any kinds of fine lines and wrinkles, a retinoid is not required at all. So that's what I'm trying to say. If there is something that is not required to be used, don't impose it onto your skin because your skin does not need that kind of torture. Also, every teenager, if you are watching this video and if you happen to be a teenager, please don't imitate the influencers or the content creators or the skincare people that you see on internet, because first thing, they are way elder or older than you, and what your skin needs, the similar things their skin do not need, and what products they are using on their skin, your skin at teenage do not require to be used on your skin. Which is why don't get influenced by the content creators or the YouTubers or the Instagrammers or the skincare people that you see on the internet or Instagram and YouTube. Understand the needs of your skin and then treat your skin accordingly instead of imitating others, using products on your skin that's not required and damaging your skin. The second point is not understanding the skincare products to be used on the skin. This is yet another important thing that you need to keep in mind, because for example, if you purchase a glycolic acid or a salicylic acid or a vitamin C or a hyaluronic acid or niacinamide, any chemical active in general, if you're purchasing, and if it is not required on your skin, it's not supposed to be used. First thing. Second thing is that if you are purchasing anything of this kind, you need to know what exactly does a particular product do. Like for example, what is exactly the uses of hyaluronic acid. I've done a detailed video on hyaluronic acid. I will leave the link of it in the cards here. But yeah, coming back to our point, you need to know what exactly is the work that hyaluronic acid will do on your skin. If you are using a salicylic acid, you need to know what exactly is that chemical active going to do on your skin. You need to do a complete thorough research looking at what is the use of it, how it will work, what will be its effect, and most importantly, you need to check what are the side effects that the particular active, not just salicylic acid but any active that you're using, what kind of side effect it will give onto your skin. Because the most important thing, more than uses or more than the effects, is the side effect, because you don't want a chemical active to basically show any kind of side effect on your skin. When you are sure about all of it, you can go ahead and purchase and use it. But before you purchase and use it, like I said, please do a thorough research so that you don't end up damaging your skin. The third point is applying face mask or sheet masks daily. I am not going to recommend you to use a sheet mask or a face mask daily, and first off, I'm not even going to recommend you to use a sheet mask at all, not just daily but at all, because first thing, sheet masks are very harmful for the environment because they don't decompose very easily. They have a lot of plastic elements in it, which is why they don't decompose very easily. They stay on the layer of the earth for a lot of years, which is why I'm not going to recommend you to use a sheet mask anyway. Second thing, why you shouldn't be using a sheet mask is because शीट मास्क के जो इफेक्ट्स होते हैं स्किन पे, दैट इज just the instant effect and that's gone within a day. So basically your 100 rupees that you've invested into a sheet mask thinking that you're going to get very long effects from a sheet mask, that's going to get zero after a day, because more than a day the serums used in that sheet mask, it's not going to, trust me, it's just not going to stay more than a day. It's not going to stay. Also, when you're applying a face mask, please don't go for face mask as in the face packs that you're using. Don't go for more than twice a week. Just don't go more than twice a week, and that also with a gap of 2 to 3 days, so that you're not forcing your skin to heal. Because if you're forcing basically your skin to heal, it's not going to heal, instead it's going to get damaged even further. That's why just use a face pack twice a week in a gap of 2 to 3 days, so that the face pack that you've used gets its own time to work on the skin rather than damaging your skin, so that it can heal your skin. The fourth point is using harsh cleansers or face washes on your face, which should not be done at all, because after you cleanse your face, your skin is not supposed to feel dry or tight or stretchy in any way at all. It's instead supposed to feel very soft and cleansed. If it's feeling dry and stretchy, that means it's a harsh cleanser, and that should be discarded right there and then. Because if you're using that kind of cleanser on a regular basis, cleansers are used twice a day, in the morning and in the evening, you need to know that. And if you're using such kind of cleansers, you're basically giving the cleanser, or your skin is going to crack open in a very microscopic level, and those cracks are going to become a free pass for all the dirts and the impurities and all the bacteria and infections to go deep within your skin, which will damage your skin from deep within, which I'm sure you wouldn't want. Which is why if a cleanser is gentle on your skin, the milder the cleanser, the gentle it will be on the skin, and the better it will perform in cleansing your skin and not giving a free pass for all the dirt and everything to go deep within your skin by giving a microscopic cracks on your face. Which is why stop using harsh cleansers, use a mild one that's gentle on your skin. The fifth and the last point is over exfoliating your skin. I know that everybody want flawless looking skin, and we are ready to do anything and everything to achieve that. And one such thing is exfoliating the skin physically or chemically. Physically, if you're exfoliating your skin using a scrub or something, that should not be done for more than twice a week. Twice a week, trust me, is more than enough, with a gap of 2 to 3 days in a week. That's more than enough if you're using a physical cleanser. And in that also, please make sure that you're not using walnut and apricot scrubs, because that can actually lead to a lot of damage onto your skin. Also, if you're using a chemical exfoliant, make sure that your skin gets well adjusted to the chemical exfoliant, so that instead of showing its effect, it does not show any kind of side effects on your face. Once your skin is well adjusted, you can use a chemical exfoliant just once a week. Once a week, trust me, is more than enough. Don't go for 2 to 3 times a week. It will over exfoliate your skin, which will damage your skin in ways you cannot even imagine. Which is why chemical exfoliants once a week after your skin is well adjusted with chemical actives is when I'm going to recommend you once a week. Otherwise, start from once a month, gradually build it up from 6 to 7 months, matlab 6 to 7 months may gradually build up the level of actives you are using on your skin, and then go for once a week, so that your skin shows more results, and the results are actually on the long run. So that's about it for today's video. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If this video was helpful to you in any way, please hit the like button. Comment down below and let me know how you like this video. I would love to hear it from you guys. Also, share this video with your family and friends, and if you and your family and friends haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do that. Follow me on Instagram. The links to all my social media handles are going to be in the description box below. I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, bye guys. Stay home, stay safe.